problem.
And people are still making excuses.
From the corridors of power to the voices on the street.
There's some truth you can't hide. We are all hungry and we are not fighting government. We are just begging you, help us.
From high-stake politics to the struggles of everyday Nigerians.
We want decent job creation. There are no jobs in this country.
This is where the truth comes out. Join the bold and unapologetic Fuad Said and a powerhouse team of sharp political analysts, unapologetic and always on point, as they dissect politics, policies, expose contradiction, and ask the questions others will not.
A lot has happened during the week. We've had politicians making all manner of statements. Everybody's now a freedom fighter. Everybody now speaks for the poor. So a lot of interesting conversations in the political space at this time.
Every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Political Roundtable, your front row seat to the debates that define the nation. Be informed, be engaged, be heard. Political Roundtable, where Nigeria comes to talk.
This is Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
In a nation where every decision matters,
The fresh subsidy is gone.
where the powerful write the rules and break them without consequence, one program dares to ask the tough questions. No filters, no fear, just facts, insights, and the real issues shaping Nigeria's future.
When we talk about corruption killing the country, we need to be sure we are really intentional about fixing the problem.
And people are still making excuses.
From the corridors of power to the voices on the street.
There's some truth you can't hide. We are all hungry and we are not fighting government. We are just begging you, help us.
From high-stake politics to the struggles of everyday Nigerians.
We want decent job creation. There are no jobs in this country.
This is where the truth comes out. Join the bold and unapologetic Fuad Said and a powerhouse team of sharp political analysts, unapologetic and always on point, as they dissect politics, policies, expose contradiction, and ask the questions others will not.
A lot has happened during the week. We've had politicians making all manner of statements. Everybody's now a freedom fighter. Everybody now speaks for the poor. So a lot of interesting conversations in the political space at this time.
Every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Political Roundtable, your front row seat to the debates that define the nation. Be informed, be engaged, be heard. Political Roundtable, where Nigeria comes to talk. In a nation where every decision matters,
The fresh subsidy is gone.
where the powerful write the rules and break them without consequence, one program dares to ask the tough questions. No filters, no fear, just facts, insights, and the real issues shaping Nigeria's future.
When we talk about corruption killing the country, we need to be sure we are really intentional about fixing the problem.
And people are still making excuses.
From the corridors of power to the voices on the street.
There's some truth you can't hide. We are all hungry and we are not fighting government. We are just begging you, help us.
From high-stake politics to the struggles of everyday Nigerians.
We want decent job creation. There are no jobs in this country.
This is where the truth comes out. Join the bold and unapologetic Fuad Said and a powerhouse team of sharp political analysts, unapologetic and always on point, as they dissect politics, policies, expose contradiction, and ask the questions others will not.
A lot has happened during the week. We've had politicians making all manner of statements. Everybody's now a freedom fighter. Everybody now speaks for the poor. So a lot of interesting conversations in the political space at this time.
Every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Political Roundtable, your front row seat to the debates that define the nation. Be informed, be engaged, be heard. Political Roundtable, where Nigeria comes to talk. In a nation where every decision matters,
The first subsidy is gone.
where the powerful write the rules and break them without consequence, one program dares to ask the tough questions. No filters, no fear, just facts, insights, and the real issues shaping Nigeria's future.
When we talk about corruption killing the country, we need to be sure we are really intentional about fixing the problem.
And people are still making excuses.
From the corridors of power to the voices on the street,
There's some truth you can't hide. We are all hungry and we are not fighting government. We are just begging you, help us.
from high-stake politics to the struggles of everyday Nigerians.
We want decent job creation. There are no jobs in this country.
This is where the truth comes out. Join the bold and unapologetic Fuad Said and a powerhouse team of sharp political analysts, unapologetic and always on point, as they dissect politics, policies, expose contradiction, and ask the questions others will not.
A lot has happened during the week. We've had politicians making all manner of statements. Everybody's now a freedom fighter. Everybody now speaks for the poor. So a lot of interesting conversations in the political space at this time.
Every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Political Roundtable, your front row seat to the debates that define the nation. Be informed, be engaged, be heard. Political Roundtable, where Nigeria comes to talk.
All right, it's time for Political Roundtable Mainland 98.3 FM. My name is Sahid Fuhad. This is the show where we look at the major issues in the political space, and today will not be different. There's a lot to talk about on the show this evening. Of course, the dominant issue will be the issue of security in the country. Major developments, if you ask me. And that's the reason why it's going to also be a major talking point. I've told quite a number of people who have asked me why that is the dominant issue. And I said, look, what politics are we discussing? What is the value of politics when the lives and properties of the people is not safe? So it's going to be a dominant conversation for the evening. No apologies for that. We'll try and squeeze in updates from EKITI. June this month, EKITI will be going to the polls to elect a governor, whether they will be retaining the incumbent governor or choosing someone else. We will know, I think, the 20th of June this year, this same month, EKITI people will decide whether they want to go on with the governor or choose someone else. But Mr. Curtis Adigba is joining me via the phone line. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine. Hope you're fine.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Nice to have
I'm
you.
okay. I'm fine.
Okay.
A little bit of cold, but I'm okay.
Okay. Thank God you're okay. You know, Adelabu is here with me in the studio, and together we'll be looking at these issues. You want to say hello to Barrister Curtis?
Good evening, Barrister Curtis. Good evening, sir.
Hi, my brother. How is Agege?
Well, Agege is fine, still the same, cool, calm, and collected.
Agege is still gaying. All right.
United States of Agege.
You know, so but there's a lot to talk about. But again, the issue of insecurity will be the dominant issue for the evening. Major developments, major updates. Some good news, some not too good news. Some we're still keeping our hope alive. The sister of the former minister, the immediate part minister of power, that's Adelabu's sister, with her two sons, have regained freedom. We've seen the video, we've seen the report from the police. So it's going to be one of the issues to discuss this evening, again, under the banner of insecurity, or what you call security of the country. And as we'll be discussing that, we'll also be talking about the issues of fear and anxiety in the minds of the Orire local government people in Oyo State. As we speak, the pupils, their teachers, are still in captivity after 3 weeks.
23 days.
23 days already as we speak. And we want to keep hope alive, like Nigerians who say we are still praying. But there have been major talking points through the week. The demands of these terrorists, what they are saying, On that, we'll be looking at what the Speaker of the Oyo State House of Assembly said about what these guys are demanding for. We would also be looking at what the official government position is when it comes to talking to these people, what they say these guys are demanding from the government at the federal level. And then the abduction that happened in Katsina State, the former spokesperson of the defense headquarters and his wife were also seen on video. I think it was yesterday, also pleading for their lives and trying to push through the demands of the terrorists that had abducted them. We will also talk about that. What's going on? Is this a coordinated attack on the country? Is this a coordinated terrorist network? Because their demands appear to look the same. You know, on the list of their demand is the release of some of their leaders that have been captured by the government. So we'll look at that from the view of what should be the response of the Nigerian state to what these guys seem to be doing. And then we'll also look at something of a very good news, just like the Adelabu story. Troops have rescued 360 abducted women, children from terrorist enclave in Borno State. That was one video that made me very, very happy. Yes, whether rescued or released, the fact is that, look, these children and women would be happy to reunite with their family and loved ones. And that's a very beautiful conversation that I like to have, because, again, we just have to keep hoping that, look, there will be a time where we will not report these kinds of things. So that will be the first talking point for the evening. We'll look at all the sides of the conversation. We'll look at what the government is saying, what people are saying, what analysts are saying, what these terrorists appear to be doing. And then we'll also talk about the deliberate politicization of the issue, what our politicians are trying to do. And then, of course, if time permits us, we'll talk about EKITI State. Sure. They will be going to the polls, and there appears to be 3 leading candidates as we speak, even though there's a talk of the opposition political parties coming together to give the APC a run for their money. But a lot of people think it's almost like a walkover for the incumbent governor, because he appears to have the support of all the former governors of the state. But what about the people of EKITI? Do they still want him? That will be the second conversation for the evening. We're streaming the show live on Facebook. We're on YouTube. You can also listen to the show via the Radio Garden platform, or just go to our website, www.mainlandfm.com, and listen via the live feed. But Mr. Curtis Adigba, where do we start? I think we'll have to start. It's just normal, okay, that we start from the story of Ibadan, the beautiful story that came out of Ibadan. The Nigerian police force has rescued Mrs. Olaide Busayo Adegoke, John Paul, and her 12-year-old twin sons, Peter and Paul, alive during a rescue operation carried out around 7:30 p.m. on Saturday. 2 suspected kidnappers were neutralized. For people were killed. Let's just I don't know why we like to use big words. They said they were neutralized. They were killed in a gun duel with police operatives, while 2 firearms were recovered from the gang. The victims, including the younger sister of the former Minister of Power, Adelabu, were abducted around 7:30 a.m. on June the 3rd, 2026, while on their way to drop the children at school in Ibadan, Oyo State. Police sources disclosed that sustained intelligence tracking and tactical pressure forced the kidnappers into a confrontation with operatives, leading to the successful rescue of the victim. So, one story. I want to put everything together, Barrister, so that we can just take it all at once. I want to welcome Joseph Lonshaw to the show. He's just taking his seat. I'll greet you properly when I've taken all the reports as we have it. And then we also have the report that, look, while we are happy celebrating the release of Adelabu's sister and her 2 sons, it's been over 3 weeks that over 40 pupils, toddlers, and teachers abducted from 3 schools in Oyo State. They are still there. It's 23 days already. What we have, the reports we have, is that, look, security forces have cornered the kidnappers near the Oyo National Park, cutting off escape routes. But these victims are still being held. The Nigerian police force has dismissed unverified rumors of the release of the captives. There's a lot of fake news flying around. So officially, these captives have not been released. The children, the toddlers, the teachers are still with these people. But we have reports that, look, there seems to be a coordinated security operations going on around where they are located. But they are still in captivity as we speak. And then we also have the reports, about 4 hours ago was when this report came into us in our newsroom, that troops of the Joint Task Force in the Northeast, Operation Adinkai, HK, have rescued 360 abductees from a heavily fortified Jamatu Ahi Suna leader while Jahid Enclave at the Mandara Mountains area of southern Borno State. The military described the operation as one of the most significant hostage rescue missions conducted in the Northeast theater in recent times. The development was disclosed in a statement by the acting media information officer, Headquarters Joint Task Force Northeast Operation Adinkai, Lieutenant Colonel Aruno M. Sonny. According to him, the operation was the culmination of weeks of intelligence gathering, covert operations, and operational planning, resulting in the safe recovery of men, women, and children who had been held in captivity under harsh conditions after being abducted from several communities, particularly within the Ungoshe axis. And then finally, from our own desk on the issue of security in the country, Major General Abubakar Rabi, retired, and his wife, who were abducted along the Karaduwa Matazu Road in Katsina State exactly a week ago, have begged the government to come to their aid. The abductors released a video showing the couple in captivity. In the 4 minutes 2 second video circulated on social media, the couple were seen standing and relaying the demands of their captors. Speaking in the video, the wife of the retired Army General conveyed the abductors' demand for the release of 3 of their members identified as Sonny, Aminu, and Nasiru. The abductors also demanded the return of livestock allegedly seized from them. According to our account, 2 of the detained individuals were arrested in Jikamshi, while the third was arrested in Kano. She further appealed to the Katsina state government and the leaders of 5 local government areas to facilitate compliance with the demands in order to secure their release. The retired Army General, who spoke briefly in the video, called for efforts to ensure peace, stating that abductors had expressed interest in dialogue and peaceful coexistence. Though the video, no ransom demand was mentioned. As of the time of filing this report, neither the Katsina state government or security agencies had issued official statement regarding the video released by the abductors. But Secretary Sadigba, 4 items here, 4 issues here. We're happy that Adelabu's sister with her sons have been released. We're also happy that about 360 people in Borno State have also gained their freedom. We are hoping that the Orire local government people in Oyo State would also be released. And then it's also very painful to see a retired Army General and his wife being held at gunpoint, helping terrorists to make demands from the government. But let me start with you, Barrister Curtis. Putting all of this together, what do you think? What will be your own assessment of where we are with all of these issues, especially when it comes to the issue of security of lives and properties in Nigeria?
All right. Thanks for having me. And good evening to the listeners. I celebrate with the Adelabus with mixed feeling. And I say so because they deserve to be rescued. If they were in fact rescued, I've also read about people saying they were actually dropped at a safe house and the police had to storm it. Whichever method was engaged is setting them free. Nobody deserves to go through that trauma. And so we are grateful to God and we are happy with the family that they have been rescued and that we had a good story to the end of that story. However, I am sad that the expedited action in their case was as a result of their last name. And when I say last name, I'm not talking about John Paul. I'm talking about Adelabu. Let's imagine for a moment that she was not connected to Adelabu, a power broker, a senior member of this government, a senior member of this government. I don't think that the story would have gotten the traction it got, and I don't also think that the government would have responded the way it responded. And for you to know that this story is important to the government, the first story we heard about their rescue was from Bayo Nanuga, the president's spokesperson, who, by the way, can equally now go by the title of the spokesperson of the police. Because if the police carries out an operation, you expect a briefing from the police authority. The arrest of the man who had used AI to put out a story as if the president was the one speaking was also announced by Bayo Nanuga.
I'm surprised that was Bayo Nanuga announcing for the police.
Yes, so I think that his job description with the president is not enough, and he needs more. But having said that, I also feel very sad that the spokesperson of the Nigerian army, former spokesperson, who by today, if he was not in captivity, would also be offering ridiculous explanations about the insecurity in the country. He probably will be telling us, oh, the government is trying all the best it could in the circumstance, and try to rationalize the fact that the insecurity is not as bad as we think it is. Unfortunately, he found himself in this situation. And it goes beyond him as a person. This challenges the authority of the army that the man served for so long before retiring. This also brings into fore the role of the commander-in-chief, that someone is deemed fit to speak for the military that he commands is now groveling before non-state actors, begging for his own life.
The former general.
It's like the president of the country is begging before terrorists. That is the image I get from the situation. That the one who spoke for the commander-in-chief about the roles and the performances and the duties of the armed forces, especially the military, is now groveling before terrorists and bandits, begging for his life to be saved, asking his commander-in-chief to meet their demands. That's very ugly. But you know what? You know what has been their response? In the last 48 hours, 2 senior members of the government have spoken out. And I feel like these guys, when they type a message or when they think about something, they get turn it around in their hearts and say, how will this sound to reasonable members of the society? One of them is the Minister of Works. He said we had insecurity in the country before Tinubu became president. So we elected Tinubu to continue with the insecurity and make it worse. Did Tinubu complain about the good sides of governance that he inherited? Why is he complaining? Didn't he know about the insecurity situation before he presented himself as the best candidate to solve the problem of Nigeria?
So why are they telling us that the problem existed before him? He campaigned to solve the problem. And that was why he said we should vote for him.
In fact, he made the argument that he was the best candidate to solve our problems. The second person is Nuhu Ribadu, the National Security Advisor. And that shows you a clear picture of the attitude and the mindset of the government as far as security is concerned in the country. But having said that, there are signs that we should be happy. And look at the 360 that were saved. If indeed they were rescued in Borno, it means that the army is not totally hopeless or helpless. It means that they can take the battle to the bandits or the terrorists and rescue people. And this is what we are hoping will happen in the Oyo State kidnap. But I dare say that the only reason why we are getting this explanation, I listened to explanation offered by Dr. Ajayi, and you know, this presidency can quickly respond to criticism more than they respond to solving real problems. He said that those who said Adelabu's sister and her sons were rescued because of their last names do not understand the dynamics of the issue. He said the kidnap of that woman and her son was an urban criminal activity.
Yeah, urban area, yeah.
And I know why the other one is in the forest, where they are protected by a lot of nature and all of that. And you begin to wonder if these people are actually hiding in the heaven of sin and wickedness and not on the planet Earth that we all live. At an age and time when you can actually send a drone that is not seen into the sky to send you real-time online pictures of their movement. They just keep making excuses. And again, let me repeat what I said in the studio 2 weeks ago. Do you think we'll be hearing these excuses if the last names of those people in captivity were to be Akpabio, Tinubu, Abbas, Makinde, Nuhu Ribadu,
or Nonuga,
or anyone connected to them at all? They would have been freed by now. And lastly, let me say something. I am not a believer in conspiracy theories. But I need to ask, who recorded the attack on the house where the woman and her 2 sons were freed from? Because you expect that those who will go in there are armed policemen, not knowing what they will expect. If it is indeed true that they went there after exchanging on fire and neutralizing 2 of the persons, you expect that to be chaotic, and nobody will have the presence of mind except in a sophisticated military operation where you use machineries and drones and other machines are dedicated to recording the events.
Barrister, I think from my own analysis of the video, I'm sorry to cut in. Again, if you look at the way our policemen, first and foremost, we have to commend them. I must say that we have to commend their effort. We have to commend the fact that, look, they were able to pull this through in a relatively short time. If you look at their capacity and probably the equipment available to them, from my own analysis, my honest opinion. And reviewing the video, you could see that, look, coming to the house was a situation where they probably had subdued
some people outside.
They've must have. So the others were scampering for safety. And so you could hear that there was probably a junior police officer telling the senior guy, Oga, I am recording. If you listen to the video very well.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh no, there was a guy who was telling Oga, I am recording now. Yes. So I think that was where the video came out. Yes.
I'm happy about that. You know, and this is what I have said to people who said, if there is an attempt to rescue a kidnap or your teachers and children, that there will be collateral damage. Well, the reality is that the Nigerian police understand what they need to do in such situation. As we have seen all over the world, every time terrorists are confronted with death, they don't think about harming their victims. Their priority is to first of all get away and be alive. And that is why most times you find out that the victims are rescued alive. In fact, on some occasions, it's actually those attempting to rescue the victims that end up killing 1 or 2 of them because of firefight. So the police can do this work if they are given the right tools and encouragement. Do you know that if the police want to track anybody by phone in Nigeria, the police in Abuja can track somebody in Lagos using his phone? So how come these bandits and terrorists, even if they are using the phones of their victims, it still doesn't prevent the security agents from tracking them to the location where the phone calls are being made from. Do you understand?
I'm with you.
But we are busy giving excuses. But again, like I said, thank God that at least they were rescued. And I do hope, sincerely hope, that these nameless victims of the Nigerian system being held in Oyo State by the bandits can also be rescued or freed. But have we thought about the damage, the mental damage being done to those young children? Because the longer they are in captivity, just imagine what will be going through their minds. How daily they are confronted with terror. I have seen some of the pictures where these bandits will put a gun to the heads of the victims and pretend to shoot. Those people died so many times, notwithstanding that they are alive. What about their hygiene? Are they able to take a bath? How do they sleep in the midst of dangerous reptiles? What does it take to be a citizen of the country, and what are the benefits? If the United States can put billions of dollars in search of one pilot
to just rescue one person,
and we have done this every time, people say, oh, you know what, we're not the United States. But they are the same people who are quick to tell you that there's also insecurity in the United States.
But how do you solve his own problem?
Yes, so they compare Nigeria to the United States when they feel happy about it. And when they are not happy, they say, oh, Nigeria is a different country. What is important is that Mr. President should strengthen the security architecture. Not only to rescue these people, but to prevent them from being abducted in the first place. Enough security agents in the country. I think we do have. The utilization is even the problem. Have you seen the concentration of armed policemen under the bridge around the Todola there, all taking vehicles? Have you seen the concentration of policemen guiding musicians and some fake celebrities in Nigeria? Have you seen the convoy of politicians? The number of policemen they carry in their convoy? Bank MDs and other industry leaders. Have you seen the police people, the security around them? Have you seen the security around the party chieftains? What we have done is to stuff certain channels with security, with enough security, while the majority of Nigerians are just lame duck and sitting targets for these wicked people. So I think it's high time that the president prioritize the security of Nigerians who don't have big last names. But the truth of the matter is that if the poor ordinary people do not have peace, he, the president, will also not have peace. The governors will not have peace. Are we not dragging his name all over the country now? No matter how hard-hearted he is, will he not feel it? If he doesn't feel it, why is he responding? It means he's being touched one way or the other. And the thing is that Nigerians are not difficult to impress. In fact, Nigerians are the easiest people in the world to impress. Just tie one road that is so ugly, everybody will be praising you. Provide security for the people, everybody will praise you. You see the praises he got since last night for the release of the woman and her two sons?
Yeah.
That's what we are talking about. Nobody hates this president. But if you held out yourself to the people as the solution provider, as the solution to their problems, you cannot be making excuses that these problems were there before you became president. So we pray that God will strengthen our troops and give them the courage, and that the president will actually find courage, political courage, to move on these terrorists and bandits.
Okay. All right, thank you, Barrister. Well, Joseph Alonso, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Nice to have you back on the show. Nuruddin, I listened carefully to Barrister Curtis Adigba. I'm not sure he's still listening to me. And I think the major, the major issues that he has raised will also guide our conversation going forward. We are very happy that the Adelabus, we call them the Adelabus because again, in news, you'd have to look at how to make it news. Yes, ordinary Nigerians will make the news, but it will not be as big as tying the name of that woman to the former minister. So that's why, I've seen that even the release of the government, they just say, or your woman, Ibadan woman. Look, and I'm sure Bayo Onanuga knows that.
He knows that.
Trying to not put Adelabu with the woman.
So that people will not be talking that it's because he happens to be the younger sister.
News is news, and we know how this. So, look, and if you notice the first day the video came out, there were residents who said, Aburo minister ni. That in itself was the news. Yes. If it was just one ordinary person, yes, it would have made the news, but not as big. So if you see reporters, papers paying attention to the name, that is because that is the training and that's the way. So I don't know why, but again, you know this thing. But again, Barrister has talked about the fact that look, if this woman was not disconnected, would this have been this fast? Again, we are happy. I said it on one of our shows. Those two sons, those 12-year-olds, they are Nigerians. Yes, they are Nigerian children. They deserve to. They don't deserve to go through that hellish situation. No child, no Nigerian child deserves to go through. That woman is also a Nigerian,
irrespective of the family she
came from. She does not deserve. So we are happy that the police was able to pull that through. And I tell people, I have seen politicians who are trying to spin the thing, who are trying to make it political, thinking that there's something, so far the government that we had criticized for trying to politicize the Oyo abduction. Can we all get serious and understand that, look, we are under siege, whether anybody likes it or not? Yes, politicians might make attempt to score political points, but the reality is that, look, there's insecurity in the land. These people are making the news because they are connected to the former minister. A lot of Nigerians are going through this similar situation.
Some are even in
the captivity as we speak. So it's a situation that I beg people to stop being irresponsible. Yes, I'm with you, Barrister. Yes.
Did Bayo Onanuga announce the release of the 316 in Borno State?
No, I've not seen it.
Was he the one that announced it?
No, it was the troops, the army that did that.
So why did he announce the one in Ibadan?
You see. Anyways, I've said it severally, but
so people just made the ostrich.
Yes. I've said this severally that if it's about news writing, journalism, Bayo Onanuga can put some of us in class and teach us. Yes. But when it comes to the idea of public relations, the understanding of how to manage crises, I think that, look, there are questions to ask.
At least in the last 3 years.
In the last 3 years of how he has performed as somebody who is supposed to be a crisis manager in the area of communication for the president. And I think I'm just going to leave it at that. But Nuruddin, I listened carefully to the Oyo State Speaker when he was talking about the fact that the demands that these people are making of the government is difficult to accept. That, look, first and foremost, they are talking about money, even though he did not disclose the exact amount. I've seen reports in some of our national lists talking about some amount, but from the video we got from the speaker, there was no specific amount that was disclosed. He also talked about weapons, that these guys are demanding for weapons. And then finally, a say in the laws of Oyo State, which was not also specific, even though we've now seen several reports that, look, that particular aspect of that conversation is the adoption of Sharia law in Oyo State. Again, the video of the speaker is out there. There was no detail on
the types of
law they are talking about. But again, let us even accept it that indeed was the demand, or is the demand as we speak. And he's saying that, look, which government would accept that kind of ridiculous demand? That's a conversation I want us to put on one hand. on the other side, the Office of National Security Officer has talked about what these guys are looking for. That look, these guys are known from a group. They are a splinter group of Boko Haram who had migrated because of consistent pounding into parts of the southwest. And that look, they have two of their commanders who are being held already, who have been arrested recently, and that part of their demand is that those leaders, two of them, should be released. Almost like a prisoner swap, we release the captives, release our leaders. Again, you tie that to maybe put a fourth demand on it. Now, the question is this. Are these demands in reality too big to give to secure the release of these captives? I'm talking about her children. I've seen arguments that, why can't we just go all ahead? We can take the Russian model, kill the old thing, scatter the old thing again. I don't know. I don't even want to imagine what that would look like. That, why not? We can't continue negotiating with them. So for those who are saying that the option will be, just go after everybody and scatter the whole thing. But I've also seen people who have said, are we saying that we cannot have an operation that can neutralize these guys and secure the safe return, release, and rescue of these captives? A second option. Then the third option is, can't we just negotiate? Give them what they are demanding for, understanding that, look, no amount is too big. If you are going to compare it with human lives, all these things they are saying, give it to them. The aspect of law, that one I don't understand. So, and then finally release. But do that and ensure that, look, you go after them, take the American model. We negotiate, but we'll never forgive. We'll never forget. We'll give you what you want now,
We'll follow you up.
but we'll follow you up and neutralize you eventually. Those are the three options that I've seen so far. And if you now look at all of these three options, the third one that you can add to it is that if these Nigerians, these ordinary Nigerians, are also family members of our politicians, we've seen the list already, about 46 of them. If there was an Akpabio in that list, there was a Makinde in that list, there was a Tinubu in that list, there was a Abbas in that list, would they be talking about the demands? Would they be grandstanding? What is the missing link here, really? Because it's over 3 weeks, 23 days already.
Well, let me start like this. I need to really commend the police officers that really work together, and all the security operatives that work together to free Adelabu sisters and 2 sons. I need to commend them, and also I need to commend the troop in Borno, Operation Hadinkai, that upon all the power of that terrorist group, because they are terrorist group, Jamatu Hal Sunnah Lidawati Wal Jihad, they call them JAS. They are so notorious that they killed, like, the fact, out of all the terrorist group that we have, they are the one that normally killed us. So for the troops to be able to confront them and to make sure that 360 Nigerians, in fact, according to the information, some have been there for months, and they pick them from different parts, especially the southern part of Borno. And there is one rock there. Behind those rocks, there are a lot of thick forests there. I've been there through Nigerian Army about maybe 4 years ago or thereabouts. That we went there, and I discovered that when you don't know what our soldiers are doing, if you have not part of that kind of professional trip that will go with them, you won't be able to see
how difficult it is to do some of these
upon the challenges they are facing. Because all those soldiers that you are seeing, all those police officers that are facing, forget about what you don't like about them or what they are doing that you don't like. What they face internally as a Nigerian, what we are facing, they are also facing it. But there are some certain things they face too. How much are they called? If some soldiers mention their amount every month, you are going to be crying.
Maybe somebody showed the food of soldiers they carry them. But they've not told us whether.
Yes, whether it's true or not.
No,
So-
if it's not correct, we will not pick the person.
because the way to tell us that look, we are feeding our soldiers well is to show us the food they are eating.
Upon all these
Or to leave
problems,
the guy say he's lying.
upon all this, they still have to do.
They put some of
at
these
least we
difficult things
we
through.
need to
Yeah.
give them kudos.
Kudos, yeah.
You see, on the issue of these captives from Orire,
I'm talking about the Oyo people.
the Oyo people, it is so sad, and that is why you would not blame Nigerians that are comparing the situation of the Adelabus
With that of the Orire
You-
people,
because-
Orire government people.
in the face of the constitution. We are all Nigerians.
We are equal before the law. We are equal
And
before
nobody,
the, yeah.
how come that within 48 hours there is result? They will be asking that kind of questions. Especially, don't forget that anybody that is a personality in Nigeria, and those people that are below, that are son of nobody, there is a national thinking that these people are for the government, then we are not for the government. Those thinking
we are just
natural.
on our own.
So,
No.
and that is the thing. So people are going to be asking.
So, but the
questions.
4 options, because of time, no.
But the options.
Because there are arguments out there. Oh, we just go and we cannot continue to negotiate. What kind of? And there are people that say, oh, if your children are part of this, will you be saying what you're saying? Why don't you use what we have? Like Barrister Curtis have said, we have drones, we have equipment that can monitor their movement, analyze, psychoanalyze the way they are moving and all of that. He also had just said something that a lot of times when there's a superior firepower against people like this, a lot of times, rather than trying to kill their captives, they run away.
Yes.
That's again, we've seen situations like that where when they know that the firepower is superior, the first thing that comes to their mind is how do we also escape from here? Again, that's one option, which I've also just mentioned. And the other option, okay, if we think that there might be collateral damage and we don't want that, can we negotiate? Again, I've just talked about the American model. They will tell you we don't negotiate, but they do. But after negotiation, you know, like when me said there's freedom of speech. Freedom after speech is not guaranteed. You get what you want, because Nigerians are asking questions. We've always negotiated with these people. We give them what they want. A lot of times we secure the release of captives. So when we negotiate with them, do we allow them to just go like that?
And will not
Or are
follow
they spirits? We don't follow up.
one thing
What would you say is a reasonable option now?
It depends on,
Because our minds are with the people of your states, the Orire government people as we speak.
in the I have said personally, until those children are returned every day.
What option would you go with?
For me, as a father, I would not want to take an option that if our security operatives have to go and fix them bullet for bullet, and we are going to now lose some
of these
certain
people.
No. As a father, if I have kids here, I will never take that kind of option. And I'm sitting down here, I will never take that kind of option.
So you think they should negotiate?
The one of negotiation is this. We can negotiate, but we have to negotiate reasonably in the sense that the aspect of giving them fighting equipment, I will never subscribe to that, because
that's what they are demanding.
so when they can negotiate,
that's what they say they want.
there are some other
At least
harms
from what we have.
there are some other harms, like the one of their fellow terrorists.
Yes,
in
they
the
are senior, the leaders and commanders who have been arrested.
Then the government can look around that particular, because if they can look at that particular option.
Wait, no, let me tell you. What are you saying, that we should not give them, or what they are demanding is too much to give?
That is why it is negotiation. They will still negotiate, but the area of that equipment, I will not support it.
But this is 23 days, no really.
Yes, but the one of swap, that one can happen. After all, and the issue of the money.
Wait now. So this is it. So if they insist that they want those weapons, what should we do?
It's very, very obvious that weapon is not even the major ones. It's not.
If they insist that they want if it is true that they say they want weapons, if they now insist on the weapons, what then should we do?
There is nothing bigger than life.
So we should
So
negotiate.
if there is nothing bigger than life, for those children and their teachers to come back safely, after all, these particular terrorists, there are some certain cases that they have ambushed our soldiers and get some certain equipment from them.
So you think that, look, there's nothing too much to give
for
us
now
to
retrieve all those teachers and kids.
So Joseph Olorunso, the same question to you. You know where we are, and I'm going to ask Mr. Collins the same question. these are like the 4 options Nigerians are talking about. I've seen some other ridiculous options, and I just laugh, when people say these things, because I assume that, look, they don't really know how complicated the situation is. Our soldiers are not paper tigers. We're able to pull through very sharp, very fast in Benin Republic. That's to tell you the capacity of the Nigerian army. So if we are still struggling, we're still trying to manage the situation, what do you think we should do? We need to get these people out of the bush. This is 23 days already. Look, there are things that comes to mind from what we know that these terrorists do when they are in this desperate situation that we cannot even talk about on radio, so that we don't continue to, incense the people and continue to raise the agitations and anxiety of the people. There are things that we know that we cannot even discuss on radio. 23 days, the longer these guys are in that place, the more unfortunate it becomes. So what can we quickly do? From all of the options, which one would you go to? Or do you have any other option apart from the 4 on the table?
I think for me, if we want those children to be released yesterday, it will be done. Seriously, it will be done. I think the challenge that we have is it's a pity that they are children of nobody with our own system. Because Nigeria is as if it's a crime for you to be a poor person. It's like a crime. So if we want them, say the system want to get those guys released like yesterday, they will do it. The challenge that we have in Nigeria is sometimes we only pretend to be sleeping, and it's difficult for anybody to wake us up. As I'm talking to you, in the police formation with the Nigeria government, there was an arrangement between the United Nations and Nigeria government on school safety project.
The school
safety project, which they put in an investment of about
we didn't do it.
About 145 billion naira.
Yes,
and the police now have school protection squad.
Okay,
and some of the arrangement, the rule is they will be protecting every environment that
how many
school.
Police officers do
yes
have? How many do
no hold on now, but I'm talking of a unit that they have where their school teachers, students, even the environment of a school, the police cannot say they are not aware of that. Now the issue now is this. They know when the issue of the Oyo happen, assuming as all of us agree they are children of somebody, they would have, just as they are doing it within 24 within, let's say, 48 hours now, they would have equally do it. What, these guys have been there 20 something days now. Are you saying that those kidnappers, they are fasting since that day? There must be a way for them to come and just
their logistics, how they getting food,
all those kind of, so
because a very important intelligence, because do they have the food already in the bush? Is somebody giving them the food? You have talked about, even if they get the ransom and what have you, how do they go? Do they disappear?
Even minus that,
okay,
for you to see that it's like completely an organized crime. Look at about a week now that the IGP, the NSA, when they went to Ibadan, it's like completely like Davido, the entire place, as if they want to condole with they want to visit. This is supposed to be a very covert operation that nobody is aware of. Those top security people
coming around,
they're coming around. They will just quietly come, get some information. Oga Fuad, look at the way America did it with Iran. American government, American security heard information about one of their soldiers. You did not get it from any media houses. Nobody know what they were doing until result.
Well, they were, in fact, at some point, they were even using their information to misinform.
Yes, now.
So it was all well coordinated.
Look at the formation from, let's assume it's from police, right? From police that we already blocked them, they cannot move.
The question is this, again, I'm trying very hard not to make this a show that will just continue to apportion blame. There's enough blame to share.
No,
you
understand?
So
they have the solution to the problem.
But what do you, again, we cannot give in details. We cannot completely break down what the solution is. But from all of the options, I've given 4 options. There are people, again, that is for me an option I will never take. And I consider it very insensitive, because if you have a child there, you will not take that first option. Just swoop on them and just go and start everywhere.
There's something that go within this thing.
Yes.
Why did they, one, they say they beheaded the maths teacher.
Yes, the mathematics teacher.
Why not any other person? I'm not saying they should kill it, because this guy, they want to like, oh, let's embarrass the system. So if you know that these people want to embarrass
even without beheading the teacher, that they were able to take those people, it's enough embarrassment. It's, and with yes.
So the issue now is this: if the police, if the security want to release them like yesterday,
you think they know what they can do?
Or God, they know more than what they can do.
Yes, I'm with you, barrister. Yes.
Well, I think we need to tell ourselves the truth in this country. This is not the first time bandits and terrorists have made schools their targets. But they even went to the NDA, the epicenter of military excellence.
Yes.
It was like poking their fingers into the eyes of the military.
Kaduna.
Unbelievable.
Kaduna. So if this had happened before, it's not rocket science to know that every time they kidnap people from school, it gives them the traction and the trending thing that they want in the press, because that's their fuel. Now, like Joseph said, when these guys betrayed the community, they responded to the politics of the issue. They thought that Seima Kingdom made them look bad by going there, so they went there also to make a political point.
With the Agbada flowing, Agbada.
But having said that, what should dictate the response should be based on the operational capability and success. And that information and that decision, you and I cannot make it. Because we don't have the information that the security agencies have. Let me give you an example. When the US captured one of the leading terrorists of the Al-Qaeda, and they onboarded him, like trying to drown him, simulated
give out
drowning.
Information,
He told them that if you want to get Osama bin Laden, there are two brothers that you must get. You have to put them under surveillance. Now, after about 6 months, the two brothers led them to a safe house in Abbottabad in Pakistan. The US government under General McRaven, when they agreed that they needed to take bin Laden down, they built the same house in the forest somewhere in America, where they flew helicopters to assault that house. And it was based on that they knew that the helicopter could drop, because they needed to fly low so that the radar will not
below radar, so that the radar cannot detect easily.
And that if the helicopter drop, there will be another one who is supposed to evacuate.
So they had a plan A, B, C. Yes, they had plan A, B, C.
And that was exactly what happened. So we have this capability. Part of the problem is that the funds that we should be using to secure the citizens are being used to pamper public officials. Whether it is guest houses for them, the court in Nigeria just outlawed spending 10 billion to buy SUVs.
The National Assembly.
For members of the National Assembly. Do you know what 10 billion will do in terms of security?
We keep buying vehicles.
And after buying these SUVs, they will still carry policemen to be able to move around.
Put civil defense, DSS.
When last time the president made another withdrawing their security? They couldn't go home. They were crying in Abuja like babies.
Withdraw this in video.
So whatever will be the option, but the reality is this. Sometimes people think that when we confront reality, so long as we keep paying ransom and pampering these guys, it will never stop. The military must prove to them that their activities are not acceptable to the country. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
And that includes taking them down. Of course, there may be collateral damage. But if you keep fearing collateral damage, then you must be ready to keep paying ransom and going through this from time to time, because they'll keep going after soft targets. Again, what option will be viable depends on the operational information that they have. if they believe that they can surround them and take them out, like I said,
that's an option.
Rarely do terrorists
Yeah, that's one option. That really the terrorists wait, to kill their captives when they are being bombarded.
Yeah, they want to escape for their lives first. So if the government can plan the operation in such a way that they will take them by surprise. Again, I gave the example of the Japanese embassy in Peru, where some kidnappers took people hostage, and even negotiation failed. They dug a hole, a tunnel, long way out to bust out into that compound, and they killed all the terrorists. The only person that died there was a judge who died from heart attack. So it depends on the operational capability of our armed forces. But my fear is that so long as we keep going public with the sentiment that we don't want collateral damage, we will be strengthening the hand of the bandits and terrorists. Because they will say, okay, you know what, we can do whatever we want, and they will never come after us because they are also afraid. So all options must be on the table.
Okay.
Which will be more valuable depends on the operational details
and the information
and the
they have
of the military. Yes.
Okay. All right, sir. Yes.
Quickly, another thing is this. In the last administration, during the late president, when something of kidnapping of children was happened,
yes,
they said they were using the children as
shield, human shield. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they released those children. When they now release those children, what do we now do? Everybody now go and sleep. Look at what happened in Iran. American were negotiating that they want to go and have some leaders of Iran for a settlement. Some of those guys came out of their bunker and the rest of them. Before you know what is, I'm not knowing that America have their plan. Before you know what's happening, it becomes.
But Joseph, the problem is this. I agree that look, all options have to be on the table. Again, we don't know what the security operatives know. We don't know what exactly they are doing. We don't expect that. Look, there must be a lot that is going on behind the scenes. But
the one that we know a lot ago was the one of less than 48 hours now.
Yes, but again, these terrorists are not invincible, Joseph.
These people have some demand. They chop, they drink water, they take food, they do everything.
Question is,
they take a car.
So the question,
they ask for women,
the question,
they ask for drug.
So they come. Look, we've even seen situations where they came out to negotiate. We've seen. Then the other. Thank God I remember this. The barrister. Now all options on the table. We trust that the Nigerian state should be able to handle this and quickly bring our children back home. Yes, I'm with you.
Some of these bandit leaders are friends of governors. we have seen governors attend their functions. We have seen some of them come out of the bush to meet governors and talk
to have meetings. Yes, we've seen these things.
In Katsina State, we saw the negotiation going between local government chairman, secretary to the government of Katsina State.
In fact, they come out with their weapons, they wear camouflage, they sit down, and so the question is, what are we doing?
So exactly, that's why I'm saying, if we look, we have two options, and that's why I said, which option we choose depends on our capability and capacity. Are we going to surrender and be a hostage nation, or we are going to confront the bandits and subdue them? Because, as you know, no nation submits its sovereignty to bandits and terrorists and survive. What you see in Libya today is that non-state actors have taken over the government of Libya, and there's no central government in Libya.
It has become a gang state, yes.
And they have a president who identifies as president, but is not in charge of the country. The same situation you have in Somalia. The same situation we have in Somalia. If we are not careful, we get to a point where we have a nominal president in Abuja, where we even have governors in states, but the real leaders are bandit leaders and terrorists. And this is why, like I've argued somewhere, even if we have to pay mercenaries from all over the world to come into the country and help us,
to help out,
we have to do it. After all, the billions of dollars or naira we are paying to the House of Assemblies all over the state. We have 36 states. None of them has less than 24 members. And then the over-pampered legislators and ministers and none of them in Abuja. Do you know that we have more SUVs in Nigeria, a country that has no manufactured vehicle, than we have in most of the developed societies,
yes,
where these vehicles are manufactured?
And not small SUVs, so very expensive SUVs. Some of the most expensive SUVs are here.
And can I tell you, if we have commonality of situation, in other words, apart from the president, the vice president, the governors, nobody gets protected in an extra way and manner. You know that everybody will wake up. The majority leader of the House of Representatives, Adelabu, I don't know, have you seen his video? Where he said, I speak as a member of the APC, so that nobody says I'm an opposition member. He said, Mr. Speaker, what are we doing in Abuja representing the people that we cannot protect? Let's go back home, close this house. Let's go and deal with the situation, and then we can come back later. Today they think that they are safe in Abuja, but they have forgotten that the same terrorists will raid a prison in Abuja and free their people. They have forgotten that the same terrorists will raid homes in Abuja. Just like some of us in the south thought we were safe. Oh, the problem is the northern problem. Now they are in the south. If we are not careful, we will surrender the sovereignty of Nigeria to terrorists and bandits.
God forbid.
Why we are busy arguing on politics.
Looking for who to blame.
Why we are busy and consumed by who is going to win the next election. Maybe the winners of the next election will govern graves. This is not an APC problem. This is not a PDP problem. In fact, this is not a political party problem. This is a Nigerian problem. And we all have to pull together. And the person to do that is the president. He's got to forget about the toxic politics around this issue and unite the country against these criminals. As long as he believes that this is a political issue, oh, you know what? Those who don't want me to be re-elected, even if you are elected, and so what? It's not about you being elected. Jonathan Goodluck said the same thing. Oh, the Chibok girls was an attempt to embarrass me. By the way, if you know the people who don't want you to be re-elected,
go after them.
Who are sponsoring this thing, why are you not going after them?
That's simple.
Yes, you know them now. That's why you know that they don't want you to be
come back.
re-elected.
So it means you know them. Go after them.
Go after them.
After election,
Look at what the Senate president said. He said 2 weeks, everything will end.
It will stop. It means that he has intelligent report.
Abi, he knows people doing it.
Now they take that one serious. That one.
He's the number 3 man.
Are calling leaders. See,
he's the number 3 man.
Fuad, it becomes a joke when we are talking about leaders and you mention Akpabio.
He said 2 weeks after election, everything went. That means he has security briefings for him to have come out to say it emphatically. 2 weeks,
and he said it in Lagos.
Emphatically, everything went.
Let me tell you, Akpabio cannot even read the Senate where he presides. How can he read the situation in Nigeria? I don't know if you understand.
I'm with you.
The man, he cannot even read the room. Do you understand? So when we're talking about leaders in Nigeria, please don't mention Akpabio.
That's number 3.
You can mention the speaker.
But is the Senate president?
Well, you know why he's there? Because when you pour water on the ground, it flows to where you have the least resistance. Where someone feels that I am not qualified to be somewhere, but I am there by the grace of someone, he has to do whatever he is told to do, including denying his own name. Because sometimes when you hear some of these people speak, you will say, but these are husbands, fathers, uncles. There's a level in life you get to, that you must not be seen or heard to do certain things. This was a two-term governor, attorney general, senator, minister. What are you looking for? What else are you looking for? If you cannot stand and confront problems and be the voice that speaks truth to help Mr. President. Mr. President can be everywhere, but Mr. President can be helped by those who talk. You know, if I talk to Mr. President now, he will not listen to me. You know why?
Why?
Because some of his aides around him says I'm his enemy. So nothing good can come out of me. But if those who are perceived to be his friends, who love him more than Remitulu, tell him that, Mr. President, do you understand?
But have you seen the video of the Senate president singing? Things are turning around. Things are getting better. On that, did you see that video?
I said,
that's why I told you. The man is a Fuad. Akpabio is a clown on steroids. I told you.
Okay. Well, anyways, we would hope that enough has been said already. We are happy, at least partially, that 360 of those. I've seen the videos. We've seen that the Nigerian military, they are trying to attend to them. Give some help, medical attention. God knows what they've gone through. It just comes to mind again when you see how the Chibok girls were released. Some of them came back with babies.
Today we've not had all the complications.
Even up till now.
Even Napchi.
Dapchi, school girls, the Kankara school. So many cases of our school children who have been abducted. And so we hope that we will sustain this fight. We will take this fight to these terrorists, fight them, chase them away from the country, neutralize them. The other conversation out there, Barrister Curtis Adigba, is this idea of repentant terrorists, repentant bandits. I've asked myself over and over again, how did we arrive at the idea that bandits can repent and then we can reintegrate them and we can forgive them and we so close.
And when our youth are there, nothing having work, no stipend for them.
How did we arrive at that stage? Yes, sir.
Look, terrorists and bandits can repent.
Okay.
But what program? Because the war they are fighting is ideological war. What did you use to get them to repent?
How do you even know that they are repentant? How do you even know?
No, I mean, because you see, did they renounce the ideology?
Is that enough to even know that they repented?
No, I mean, what did you use to test them?
That's what I'm saying. How do you know?
You understand? So, look, these are ideological things, and people hardly abandon their ideologies. Now, so what you do is that there is a program in other parts of the world that you pass them through.
Okay.
A long period is like somebody who is hooked on drug, and he goes for rehabilitation. There are programs that they go through, and then the final stage of it is exposing them to the drugs and see whether they will take it up again. Now, the governors in the northern states are in a hurry to bring home their brothers who are involved in terrorism. Not knowing that they are taking arms against the country itself. It's an attack on the sovereignty of the nation. So this whole idea of repentant terrorists and bandits have now become a conduit pipe where non-terrorists will hibernate, pretend to have repented, come and study the positions of our troops, participate in civilian JTF,
and then
all of a sudden disappear and go back and tell the terrorists the positions of our troops and all of that, and sometimes lead the team that will come to kill these people. So this whole idea of repentant terrorists must stop immediately. And I agree with El-Rufai that the only repentant terrorist is the one who is dead.
Yes. Okay, all right. It's still Political Roundtable, mainland 98.3 FM.
Well, for me,
yes.
For me, Nigerian government should stop that kind of idea that somebody after just in a normal situation. I saw you on TV, or you later come to our community. You are the one that killed my father. You killed my cousins. You killed my mother.
Look, a lot of their victims are still in IDP camps.
And they are still in IDP camps. And you know the funniest thing, they will still use the same resources of Nigerians to cap them, feed them, clothe them. After that, monthly salary to them. And those people that they turn to orphans, those people they turn to widow and widowers, they are still in IDP camps. Until Nigerian government has to stop this kind of idea. If somebody has killed another person, let that person be prosecuted, and if he has to be killed, he should be killed. And the idea that our judiciary, they are sending some people to death, they should make it hasty. Kill them, let us know they've been killed. Let's remove them, they are minors. After all, the number of blood they've already killed. What is the end of repenting there? Repenting for what? Repenting what?
Even if they repent, let them face trial for murder.
Yes.
And then get some punishment.
Yeah, they have repented, but let them serve out the terms for the crime that they have committed.
Yes.
This amnesty that these governors, and you know the fact is that these governors use these criminals also to win elections. So they know them. They are political. They are also political thugs for the governors.
Okay.
So it's a complicated problem, and so if we to reward them is to say they have repented. Let's bring them back into the society.
No, okay, Barrister. Yes, okay. Joseph.
I think for me, it's just like we never did serious for issue of security in this country. When Donald Trump entered, he first of all put the American Air Force. Those that are having whether transgender or first of all, come on, we have serious security
issue to deal with.
So if the president can purge
the system,
register constitutional organization, then I don't think we should be sitting down and say repentant. Sir.
Joseph, I think what Trump did was basically his way of doing things. There is no record in the U.S. Army that transgender personnel fought lesser than normal people.
Regular people.
Yes. In fact, so many of them have records of fighting very hard for the U.S. military. And right now, as I speak to you, that policy has been set aside because the U.S. need a lot of military personnel to fight. But I get the point that you are trying to make.
He's talking about the commitment level, the political will, commitment.
Yes. The idea for the president to declare a state of emergency in security, and then try to rally Nigerians as a troop to fight this insecurity. But so long as we have this we versus them, it is us versus them. We will continue to have this problem.
It's unfortunate if we continue to live with this idea of us versus them. Somebody asked me a question, and I promised I was going to answer the question, and I don't know whether you would also help me, because the question had come as we posted the topic for the evening, and I promised I was going to answer the question. When he said, is this whole thing about Islamization of Nigeria, that look, this rampant case of banditry, terrorism, that is there an Islamization agenda to it? And I said, well, I'm going to answer your question. I don't know whether my analyst will be able to, but again, since the question was thrown at me, now this is the issue. Criminals all over the world will always have an excuse to give for whatever they are doing. They would always have something, to perpetuate their crime and criminality. And I know that if we have data in the country, if we can really work on data and we put the data on the ground to really access it. Number one, I don't know the number of Muslims who have suffered from the hands of these people. They've bombed mosques, they've killed fellow Muslims, they've done quite a number of things. Now, if it is true that they wanted Sharia law, how I wish they know what Sharia law prescribes for banditry and kidnapping.
Is that there is not even death? Serious death.
The same people.
If you will not even wait for 10 days.
The prescription is as severe as the things we are calling for. Capital. if you ever engage. So if you tie it together, you understand that, look, I don't think there can be anybody who would force a singular religion on the country. It's not going to happen. It will never happen.
I think for me, Oga,
so
this issue is,
yes, if
in my village, it says anybody that is able to describe the shortest man in the village correctly,
yes,
if they are looking for that short man, the person can help us take us to where the short man
the short man is.
Any person that is able to come up with that narrative,
yes,
I think the system should sit him down and
let them understand how things works. Yeah.
No, let him help us.
How we can achieve it.
He might know something that the system may not know, because people it's just a distraction. They just come with someone so that we'll not be fighting ourselves. The Muslim and the Christian will not be saying, "Oh, this is an agenda." So it's a distraction. So for me, the security agency should remain very, very focused and continue.
Well, at least for me, the narrative was thrown up by these same politicians. And don't forget that
divide us
is one of their tools. And one thing that every Muslim, Christian traditionally listening to us is this: God is so powerful that if you want all of us in this world that should be practicing one religion, he can do it.
It's even in our books.
For the fact that he's not even doing it, that you are going to have those people that are going to be Hindu, some people are going to be Muslims, some people are going to be Christian, some people are going to be traditional.
I know I'm not an alpha, but I'm sure that you can help us to quote
and
books of the of Islam that says that, look, God himself said, look, if I wanted all of you,
every one of
all of you to be one religion, I have the power to do it.
But for the fact that,
but I have allowed that
because he wants to show how
big and how mighty he
is.
So when people throw up these things, and I'm like, these are
yes,
I'm with you. Yes, I'm with you, barrister. Yes,
I think the issue of Islamization is just a decoy. This is just criminal activities. And the reason is because we need to ask ourselves, how many mosques have they built? How many Islamic schools have they established?
The same people call it for
this is fundamentalist Islam. This is fundamentalist Islam. The Islam that believes that Muslims are no longer Muslims because they don't pray and act the way we act, even if they are praying according to the Quran. So this is not about religion. You know, they first of all started as Boko Haram. They say Western education is not good.
The same Western education that produced the gun, the AK-47 they are using. They are using phone.
But the question we have always asked them, how many Islamic schools have you done built? If it's about planting Islam as the national religion, they won't be going about killing Muslims the way they are killing Muslims who disagree with them. So what they have done by using religion, they know that religion is the opium of the masses. They believe that in adopting religion as the central focus of their pursuit, there are those who will be swept away by that sentiment.
By that sentiment, yes.
So it's not about religion. This is pure criminality.
The EKITI story. I think we still have like a week before the elections to look at what is happening in
2 weeks away.
2 weeks away. So by next week, I think we can really delve into the EKITI matter. Look at the pretenders and the contenders. Look at the incumbent governor who appears to be coasting home so easily to victory. Because again,
in EKITI,
yes,
they don't use performance to vote for their governor. And I can prove it. They don't. Performance is not. If it is by performance, this governor should not return. I'm saying it on national radio. If it is by performance,
so
it is by performance.
I remember when Mr. Miwademi, analyst from the former political editor of the Guardian, said, you know, when Fayeshe was going to have a return into EKITI, Ifeanyi had done a fantastic job. He had done a wonderful job, and that this is not just him reporting. No, he was there. He saw the way things. And he told, but they said, even if Ifeanyi has done the whole bridge, the whole road in EKITI, we still want Fayeshe. So that they said the performance is nothing to them. You know, so I cannot fault your position.
And
just
no, even the history also supported it from Adeniyi.
Why do you people call it EKITI Parapo?
But they should parapo on progressive politics. Because this parapo deal, barrister, I am surprised that for the first time, all the former governors who were never in the same party are supporting this governor.
I think it's only Adebayo that was, but the other ones.
Most of the people that we know are on this list.
All of them.
Now you paragwa barrister.
For me, Oga Fuad,
yes.
What is going on in Ekiti is, education equally get its own disadvantage.
When you over-educated,
when you over-educated, you now say politics is for dirty people. So with class, so those people who have come,
the real educated people have just left.
Yeah, they just leave those ones. They now say, okay, make una.
Because in reality, I've seen people do proper analysis of the performance of this governor, and it's really underwhelming. It's not really something,
Even if you want the state university of that state, the way it's being.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you what is going on in Ekiti.
Yes.
Recently, I was in Ekiti State. And as a political consultant, I went to feel the people, the temper of the people. And one of the things the Ekiti man or woman will tell you about this governor and why they like him is that he's everybody's friend.
They say he's very humble. He's an easygoing man. He's everybody's friend.
The man realized very early that because what the people themselves think does not matter as much as what their leaders think. He decided to cut the friendship of their leaders by settling them. There is no former governor he has not settled.
I said
contracts here and there, and all of that.
Because they are all for him.
To the point,
Fayose will hear PDP Agbada in a busy rally.
I'm telling you. So what is happening is that, like I think it was Rodin that says, it's not about performance. It's not about performance. It's about the sentiments of the local political leaders. If they like you, you'll be re-elected, even if you didn't work for the people.
So they can influence the other people to follow through.
Yeah, to follow through. So we congratulate the governor on his re-election.
But there'll still be an election.
Don't forget.
Yes.
Don't forget that this is going to be the precursor of what is going to happen in 2027, and the APC as the ruling party will not want to lose out. So they will do everything possible to tell the international community that we are hugely popular and we won this election. But of course we know there is no amount of opposition coming together in Ekiti that will upset the incumbent governor.
Okay.
I think one thing is very unique in Ekiti.
So I can put the phone lines.
I love Ekiti because Ekiti, the place that I went to, before now you can sip under the
that one is
better vegetables.
For me,
before 9 p.m.
For me, I think that
you think there will be any upset?
No. It's not even about upset. It's about.
It's done at no step for the government.
Yes, now.
No, that one.
It's a walkover.
It's a walkover.
What my own problem is just a problem with the residents of Ekiti State.
Yes.
So this is a kind of people that, after the election, that is going to, because all their leaders, they've endorsed, even the one that is not even in PDP, the one that is not, they've endorsed the governor.
Yes.
They should not come and complain about their problem, add it to the problem of Nigeria that we are going to have. Because this is the same state that is not feasible good roads. Go and see their health centers. If you think the health centers in Ogun State is bad, go to the one of Ekiti and go and see.
That was the state where there was this thing about funding of health centers and not.
Then another one again is that the amount, not up to 100 million, was projected for the.
When I went to Ekiti,
yes,
I went to attend the wake ceremony for the chairman of APC in Ekiti. That man went to see the governor in the government house. While he was waiting for the governor, he collapsed. There was no ambulance to take him to the hospital. And the government house is on a hill.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they had to scramble and rush him to a nearby clinic. They got there. The people said they must obtain cards before he's treated. They didn't have money to pay for card. They went to POS to go and collect money. By the time they came, the man was dead.
The chairman of
the governor was
in Ekiti State.
Yes, and the governor was at that wake.
And something, barrister, we have this attitude now of our governors, and that helps anyways for us to even measure their performance. they are commissioning roads, they are building schools, they put it on TV. You have different things, you know. They are very active on social media. I'm sorry, Ekiti should correct me. This governor, I've not really seen him maybe do a live or do anything to really show this is at the roads, hospitals. I'm sorry, I'm serious.
You know what it means for before 9 a.m. you can see better than the yam to eat.
No.
Is it about food alone?
Is it about food alone? I'm just saying that I have seen. In fact, the governor of Kogi, Ododo, has a program, and a number of times I've seen him, you know, push out some of the projects, publicize it.
Which kind of?
I've not seen anything in Ekiti, unless I'm wrong.
If a social news, which one did you see from Ekiti?
Yes, I've not seen anything. Yes.
When the governor wants to commission project and invites the governor of Kogi State, you know that the project is a religious project. You know, the governor invited Ododo to commission projects for him. Now, do you know the
because when you do real projects, you know what the people they bring.
Some of these projects that they're even commissioning.
Yes.
Do you know it's just breaking the ground that they commissioned the project?
Because I know that most of we saw when the president left Lagos and went to Bayelsa, right?
Yes, now
we've seen him gone to Enugu.
Yes.
We've seen the president go around. In Lagos, maybe there was a problem. There were projects to be, but he has not gone to Ekiti.
I said website of a state university, because people are applying and it crashed not once, not
I'm
twice.
with you, Barrister.
Yes, but the one that the president even or Adelabu commission in Lagos, are they finished projects?
But Barrister, at least there were projects to commission, and they had to at least for.
Well,
I'm talking about, and like you said, if a governor is commissioning projects and is inviting the governor of a neighboring state
for groundbreaking.
I need to let you go. Thank you so much for your contribution to the show.
Thank you, my brother.
We really appreciate
Nigeria
you.
Is a huge theater.
Thank you so much. God bless you, sir. Wow. You know, because again, we'll take a short break now. When we come back, we open the phone lines. It's still Political Roundtable, Mainland 98.3 FM. We'll be right back. All right, still Political Roundtable, Mainland 98.3 FM. The number to call is 09136 000 410. 09136 000 410. Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you, gentlemen, Fuad and the rest in the know, and the Joseph, I'm missing Mofeo. I beg you, speak up for me, engineer here from Yaba.
You are welcome, sir.
Now, Commissioner of Health in the my nephew was bringing a medical equipment to all the southwest Ministry of Health. It's only Commissioner of Health in the EKITI that asked for bribe. Just for us to bring
allegedly, you know, we don't
medical equipment.
Yes.
It's only that of the EKITI, out of the seas that asked for bribe.
Okay, sorry. Engineer Nofio. Engineer,
yes.
Sorry, sir. So, Engineer Nee, yes. Sorry. So someone was trying to donate medical equipment.
And we want to introduce them, give them a sample as donation, then they will buy more.
Okay, so somebody now demanded for bribe.
Yes, only EKITI out of the six southwest
states. Okay, the person had gone around the other states. Like EKITI, they demand for bribe. Allegedly, we have to say allegedly. Okay.
No, it's my own nephew.
You know, we don't have the facts. It's still an allegation.
It's still an allegation.
I'm saying what I know about.
You should have known. We don't know.
I'm just saying that because of lack of deliverable that we are talking about.
Yes.
Yes, I'm just saying that. Then let's talk of this other issue.
Yes.
I tell you, I heard what Igboho said, and I heard what Makinde said. And I heard how they fought to release his Adelabu sisters and her sister and her son. You know those people that are released. Now I want to say categorically clear now that federal government and Mr. Tinubu, they don't have anywhere to hide other than to use. I am a military officer and I've used Orutugu is now the commissioner of police in Anambra State in 2006 when he was in Mopo 2. Only ordinary Mopo officers can release those people. If Nigeria government is serious about the releasing our people, yes, ordinary Mopo are capable
of getting them out
and of doing this job. Mr. Tinubu has nowhere to hide now. Let them stop those politicking. Enough is enough. God bless Nigeria.
Right. God bless Nigeria. Well, I agree with you. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, hello, good evening, Mr. Ford.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, Mr. Onuru, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, so my name is Mark.
Yes.
Yeah. So
where are you calling from?
I go on, yeah.
Okay.
So quickly, is the barrister still on the line?
No.
I wanted to ask him some questions.
No. There's no time for questioning. Tell us what you think about the topics.
Okay. I just want to ask him questions because I needed his legal, insights into those questions. So maybe will he be in the studio by next week?
Hopefully.
Yeah, next week.
Hopefully.
All right. Then I'll try and call back by next week. And I want to ask him that question. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello, Fuad.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. Yes, it's a Sunday.
Yes.
My name is Ambrose, Pastor Ambrose.
Yes, you're welcome. How is Moe?
Well, no, it's okay. No rain.
All right. Please go ahead.
What? How many people did the military say they were going to recruit? How many people did he say he wanted to recruit into the military?
I think that was a sleep. Was it when he said
it was a sleep?
50, I think it was a sleep.
50 million.
It was a sleep, yeah.
Now, the reason why I'm saying this, Fuad, I can tell you with all my belief that I said it that they were going to release those Adelabu people. I said it. And I can tell you that you see all these people that are in the bush. You see all these military people, they should give them incentive. What you are aware that even in the northeast now, they are not giving them their daily allowances.
Well, I don't know. That would be an allegation until there's enough fact for that. Yeah.
Why? As I'm talking to you now, do you think if this military, why don't they give them good remuneration? Pay them well, give them the necessary equipment. I'm telling you, these people can do.
You just said it and I agree with him that even our Mopol, if we give them the right equipment, the right motivation, they go fire for fire. Because again, sorry, Pastor Ambrose, I'll allow you to talk.
Yes.
If we say Igboho can do it, because as people say Igboho can do it, so if you believe it, let us even say yes. So if Igboho can do it, Igboho with our Mopo, Igboho against our military, Igboho in comparison with our DSS. So if Igboho can do it, what stops the entire security structure of the country from doing it?
Thank you. There was a time I said that if Igboho can do it, why not? Because you know what I'm saying. So
yes,
the Niger Delta, is it not Tompolo that is guiding the pipeline?
But even the road, you know the politics behind that one.
Now, if Igboho can do it,
if they say he can do it, it's not by say I can do it.
And they will pay him money.
They will have to pay now by free.
So is that no better? Because you see this issue of paying these people ransom, paying their ransom, you are just giving them more power. You are just giving them more power.
Well, if you listen to our conversation, Barrister Curtis seemed to also say, look, we can't continue to pay ransom. But my own concern is, we have our children with them. What do we do?
I know.
What then do we do? We have our children with them.
Let me say this. Was it not the Americans that came to release their own in Zamfara? Fuad, I swear to God, these people can release these people and they will kill all of them and they will free these children. I'm telling you the truth. It is doable.
That will make us happy.
The president is not ready to do all these things because he does not concern them. It does not concern them. Maybe they have been able to fish out the Adelabu children now. Are you telling me they are different? It's not. There is nothing different. Is it not equipment they used to trace them? What are we talking about?
Right, thank you, Pastor.
Look, what this thing is, it's not good though that this government is doing. It's very unfair to these children and the people in the bush. Thank you.
We just hope it, because every day I remember those children. I don't know. There's something. Hello, good evening. There's something that
in the studio.
We greet you too.
More blessed for all of you. Now, this is my name first.
Yes.
It's Prince Wise calling you for Governorship this evening.
You are welcome, sir.
Very good. I think you said the military rescued those people in the Zamfara today, Abi.
Borno State.
Borno State. More than
360.
For me, I'm celebrating that. Because if this will happen, and our military that we are condemning are performing this miracle today.
Who are condemning the military?
They are not condemning the military. The moment you commend them with a president that you don't
calm down now. Don't mix it up. Don't mix it up. Who is you said people? Who are the people condemning the military?
People. When I say some people, you must be. When I say some people,
condemning
the military.
Anybody that condemns the military is not ignorant and is not even a Nigerian. So and I doubt. Wait now. And I doubt that anybody will sit back. And say our military is not doing anything or condemn them. Maybe the criticism of the government is what you are saying is condemnation of the military. It's two different things.
Okay, let me see my own side now. The moment you condemn Mr. President,
yes,
you are condemning our military.
No, sir, no, it's wrong. You are wrong, sir. I say you are wrong, sir.
You ask me questions.
No. I must say that you are wrong. That once if you criticize the president, you are condemning the military. No.
Now allow me to say.
I'm just saying it. That is a wrong statement.
Excuse me.
Make.
Okay, let me see what I want to say.
Yeah, say what you want to say.
Mr. Boy can never take the first front. He can never hold a gun. He appointed Minister for Defense, Chief of Army Staff, police, everything. The moment they don't perform their duty accordingly, we lay the blame to the doorstep of Mr. President.
Okay, let me ask you. Let me ask you a question.
I will listen to you.
Do you watch football at all?
I'm a footballer for every day.
Okay.
I'm a real supporter of
but are you aware that good? But are you aware that a lot of times when a team performs poorly, who do they sack?
They will sack the coach doesn't perform.
So why did they sack the coach?
Excuse me.
Abdullah is not playing.
He's not playing. Maybe the coach don't play field. But now they go sack.
Before you sack a coach, he must perform woefully. Like now, you're supposed to be at number 1 at the National League. You're at number 18. Mr. Man, after this season, you have to go all before
yes. So before they sack a coach, he must have performed woefully. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Prince Wise, on that. In terms of security, this is 3 years of Tinubu administration. Has he done well, security wise?
Security wise, as it is today, I will give Mr. President below average. When they are doing the day they do good, you have to praise them.
We have commended them for bringing the 360.
I'm commending them today for those they release. I commend Mr. Bell as well. The same thing that happened in Borno to go to your state. That's where I'm going to now.
Okay.
I mean, when you have more than 300 and something released today, including students, and they do that. It's our military that did it. Now I'm debating the state starting the issue of Borno. They should take it to your state and release our children.
Okay.
Okay, now when we talk of your state now, you are blaming Mr. President. You must take political will. It's not to political will they use to release all those things, Borno.
Yeah, so they should reach your that's what we are saying.
People like me, I want to quote sanity. I don't want to be a man because my BP is not be high every day. I want BP to make me happy.
Okay, you say you don't want your BP to be high. The people in the bush, what is happening to their BP now?
That's why we are appealing that if you need to pay money, I to contribute to release them.
Okay.
I do this in my own town.
So if you say you are ready to contribute money to release them,
Yes.
So if any another one happens, you contribute money again.
If another one not happen, before another one happen,
you will not contribute again.
I think this is away from Nigeria.
Okay.
We want Nigeria to be safe.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Prince Y.
God bless you all.
God bless you.
Have a beautiful evening. Greet your wife when you get here from you.
Thank you.
Thank God that you
Prince Y is a handful. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, gentlemen.
We greet you.
It's Emmanuel speaking to you from Ekwe.
You're welcome, sir.
I think the government is not taking this issue seriously the way they ought to take it. Let's assume that we have a 100 kidnapping situation, in Nigeria, presently as we speak. And then the military is taking them 10 every day. Like today they take 10 camp, they take them out. Let's forget about the issue of collateral damage because our emotional trauma is already a collateral damage. Tomorrow they take another 10. Next tomorrow they take another 10. You will find out that these people are on the social media. In fact, they have spread their wings to the extent that they are now even doing giveaway on social media. They will get the news that
I think one of them on TikTok was picked up. Yeah, was picked up.
One of them was picked up. So they will get the news. Those whose camp hasn't been taken out will even get the news that there is fire on the mountain. And then you will find out that this issue will begin to suppress, by itself. And before you know it, but because there is no consequence for their action.
Okay.
That is why we are facing what we are facing today.
All right.
Out of 100 kidnapping cases, if the military is probably taking out 2 or 5, and then we have 95 left, collecting ransom, driving big cars, buying houses, and doing real estate, you find out that it's a lucrative business that people will not want to stop.
All right.
So
Thank you.
if the government is taking it serious, I tell you, we should suppress.
All right. Good evening. Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Oga, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
My name is Robert. I am calling you from Apapa.
You're welcome.
2 questions I want to ask. Number 1. I know that what's his name now? This late Yaradua sent Jonathan to Niger Delta to speak with those guys when they were bombarding pipeline. I think Buhari also sent Osibajo to meet them too and talk to them. And the situation was calmed down. Today, as we speak, Matawale is a Fulani man. The NSA is also a Fulani man. Why can't the president send them to go and talk to them? I'm not here. I'm not here saying that all the Fulanis are doing this.
I wanted to just tell you that too.
Yes, they are the majority. Why can't the president send them to at least let me talk to these people now?
The disagreement I have with you is that you are saying they should go and talk to them because they are Fulanis. Wait now. When Jonathan was sent, you also said Oshibajo was sent. It was not because he was from Niger Delta. So because again, if we begin to bring ethnic coloration to it, we'll lose. It's not about being a Fulani. Are you aware that there are Fulani communities who are suffering, who are also suffering from the hands of these bandits? I just listened to the emir of Adelabu telling the people to go and get weapons to defend themselves. That's a Fulani thing. Yes.
I listened to an interview granted by Fulani man. According to the man, he said they are for different.
They too are suffering. Maybe you saw it.
So let me withdraw that statement. But what I want is that the president should send somebody who can talk to these people. Probably they will, lay down their weapon. And again, I want to say, I hope this insecurity is not being used to, divert our attention from the economic woes of the country. Because as we speak now, most Nigerians' attention has been diverted for what is happening to the economy. Nobody talk about the price of oil again. Everybody ready to buy. All we are concerned about is this security.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, Larry Bashir.
You're welcome. Yes.
Thank you. Look, I don't know why we are like this in this country. I just don't understand. What issue that have to do with our children? Children, is it because we are not
So sorry, Larry Bashir. Please, you can call back. Hello, good evening.
Thank God.
You say thank God. You call somebody or you say thank God?
Yeah, thank God. I just changed my phone. It has been so difficult for me to reach out sometimes with this new phone.
I know it's tough. Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, Ogafwad, and everybody in the
We greet you. We greet you.
Yeah, Ogafwad, you know, I've been
your
on.
name.
Yeah, this is Gege Joshua calling for Abducted.
Yes.
You know, recently I've been so tough on you on this your position, the way you are so hard on the government and all that. You know. But
you say the pressure is working.
Oh well, see, I sincerely now listen. I'm a husband. I'm a father. You understand me? And my children are growing up. The kind of children I have, they ask questions a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? And I should be worried one day they ask me what is happening. Why is this thing not working? Why are we not having? You know, how to explain? I want the country to work. You understand me? But me, see, I don't know, and I don't care if anybody wants to blame me for that. I don't like this issue of blame. I just want solutions. Personally, me, I believe the president is not getting the right information. There are people who are blocking this man from getting the right information, and I think the best channel to use in reaching out to the president, most cases, I think he's still listening to some TV station. You understand me? But you know, I cannot be mentioning them, but I know he owns one, and he listens to them. Even sometimes before now, they do display how he watches their news and all that. You know, because this man, you cannot be a president of a country and you are listening to the cries of the people and you cannot respond. How can they kidnap children like this and you have to wait for 1 week or 2 weeks to respond? Do you know where they would have taken them to? If anything happened, kidnapping like this, I have a solution to this insecurity of it. I'm telling you, Gafwa, this is not it. If you give me this assignment to tackle this, I know what I'm talking about. Even as a civilian myself, I know some of the things you can do to today.
Right.
How can you wait for more than 2 weeks to say you want to rescue them? You know the kind of thing you must have taken them to.
All right, thank you, Gege Joshua. God bless you. We'll take this last call and then we'll read the messages on Facebook. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. The four wise men in the studio.
We greet you.
My name is Peter Usifo. I'm calling from Abano Jenikoto.
Yes.
Yes, I think I heard Barrister Curtis Adiba say there are 2 ways to solve this problem. Instead of abduction in Oyo State, and all of you also supported such solution, which I agree. One, the non-kinetic approach. Let us probably agree to the account if possible, and place them to the Republic of Benin. You understand? But the one of the other court in Oyo State, that Southwest, should not be. I think we should not agree to that. That.
Which one?
Then the kinetic approach, like the Sharia law, whatever. You understand? Then the kinetic approach. I'm talking about the kinetic approach. Now, when I say this, it may look weird or sound weird, but that is the best thing. Remember, according to Niccolo Machiavelli, he said, in the action of the will, at the end justifies the means. I once said that the only people to deal with about this terrorism are the terrorists in them. That you don't have to deal with the ones that are leading. What am I trying to say? We are talking about, they can't give it. And then, if we can, for instance, we call it a bluff. Let us see what they will do. You understand? And probably we will not say, we have, in terms of collateral damage, the government is going to settle that family with 200. So, 20 to 50 million naira.
No money can bring back a child.
No. I'm talking about they will not declare war against these people, these terrorists. You understand? And if possible, invite mercenaries. Because now we have been using kid gloves to deal with them.
All right, thank you. Well, I need to read the messages on Facebook.
Nigerian mobile police will take care of these guys.
All right. Well, it's just the political will that is lacking. That's what you're saying.
Not even military.
Okay,
they take care of this.
Let's take some of the messages on Facebook. We have Lukman Aladipupo saying, greetings from Dakar, Senegal. Always looking forward to this program. Thank you. Falo Mobolanle saying, good evening, well done, the great man. We say thank you. Sonyaolu Samson Babatunde is saying, I'm always with you in your radio station. Well done. Thanks, you great men. Okay, we thank you too. John Idoko is saying, good to see you all on the studio, praying that may God, it's not out of the country. And he's saying that releasing of the Adelabu family shows that poverty is a bastard and God must punish it. Tinubu told Goodluck Jonathan to resign now. Our market. Tinubu should do the needful by packing his things. Okay, well, I really don't want to. Let's just. We need to come together. It's a challenge that we are all confronted with. I agree that the buck stops on the desk of the president.
Yeah, but he's our president.
But
he's our representatives. So every Nigerian has the reason
tell him to perform.
Him.
Okay, but we want
him to succeed.
We want him to succeed.
All right, Lasisi Morufu is saying, why are we not talking about those who brought Gumi to Ibadan and days after Gumi's boy struck? You see, I've seen this sentiment. One of our very senior colleagues, I've tried to explain the Gumi thing coming to Oyo, and I really don't want to dwell on this sentiment. And I think at the end of the day, the government should step up and solve this problem.
Yes.
We can't continue to point fingers. Thank you, Lasisi Morufu. John Bernardo, he is saying any person who mentioned Amotekun should be cut off, because I've seen these guys during my days in the north between Tudun Wada in Kano and Ikara, okay, in Katsina State. Amotekun can't match those guys. Thus, the constitution allows Amotekun to carry AK-47 and RPG. As things stand now, we have to negotiate from a weak position and go after them when we must have secured their release and leave politics alone. Okay, that's from John Bernardo. We have Philip Jackbo saying, good to see Oga. Okay, thank you. I'm always okay. He said I'm always on his beat. Okay, thank you so much, Philip. John Bernardo is saying, okay. He said, I have got information from my friend in Borno State that it was through negotiation. I just pray that
at least they are released.
Yes, they are released. That's
so they should release this one.
For now,
too.
the most important thing. Okay. Kingdom Oyinkro Mie Bode say, Nuruddin, you are ruggedly on point. Okay, thank you. Ebenezer I not saying, good evening, my intelligent guys. I greet you all. If so, Colida can steal our resources for themselves. They should go and negotiate and release the innocent people for their family. God bless the sound of Lagos. We say God bless you too. Architect Dayo Dada is saying, good evening, crew. For the insecurity in the land, the president has no political will because of 2027 election. So far, the president is doing boju eye service. Okay, he's always repeating his own messages. The world is saying, good evening to everyone in the studio. Since it is now known that our forces can get kidnappers if they put their all into it, my opinion would be that if they cannot eradicate these terrorists, let them negotiate with them on terms of 1 to 3, because the introduction of Sharia law should be struck out. The fact is that, look, there are some things that are impossible. So are they going to be the ones to go to the assembly? You see, you must also understand that these terrorists are people who want to work on our emotions.
Yes.
So when they say something,
they have to throw
some things to begin to. You see, these guys are not. You see, look, forget the people in the bush. Also have people who are not in the bush, who are also playing this game. So please, let's keep our eyes on the ball and be a bit more circumspect. Thank you. We have Aderonke Oduola saying, well done, Mr. Fuad. God will be with you. Okay, thank you. Aki Adegun saying, on the issue of bandits, I think we should be getting ready. We should be getting really worried. The terrorists now have the boldness to be seeking to become lawgivers in Nigeria. To me, it's a strong signal that somehow these people already have a central government cornered. Okay, all right. Thank you. Unwundu Austin is saying, okay, he said, a real Hausa Muslim in the north does not believe that Muslims in the south are real Muslims. They are not even killing Muslims in the south. They are killing Muslims in the north too. So we just have to understand some of these things. Where is I decided the enigma? I saw him. Okay, all right. Well, I think this is this is where we would have to call it a day on the show. On YouTube, I have Germany one saying commendable work from you guys. Your analysis was comprehensive and well structured. We say thank you to you. And Chico Block say let them negotiate and release the innocent people being held hostage. After all, senators and House of Representatives are paid heavily amount for doing nothing. Okay, I decided Enigma, what do we have?
Okay, good evening, Lagos. What we'll be discussing tonight is how useless is the earning power conversation in the decision of marriage.
How useless is the earning power conversation? So what do the intending couples earn?
So most of that the rationale behind it is that everybody always our parents, everybody that's an adult today, the first thing they just say, go and marry. They think that they discard the conversation about
you don't have money does not mean you should not marry.
So I think, and there's a new conversation that's going around that says that marriage is a finance decision much more than it is a love decision.
Okay.
So in as much as yes, they love, but when you get into it,
you have to face reality.
If the first thing that faces you is your wife has fibroid and you have to pay 2 million.
But the context of finance for me, it's not, because again, there are people who think rich, when you're rich.
No, you don't have to be rich.
Okay, but you have to be.
But our parents don't even care that you are not even average.
It would be wrong to think our parents don't care. You see, parents will tell you, show Nisha Lowo.
Exactly.
Does he have a job?
They don't want to know how much he's collecting.
There's a conversation that they now have that
you see, you're giving. I'm sure you misunderstand our parents. They don't want you to be fixated on riches,
money. You have to be wealthy.
What they are saying is, you know what? Go into it. So far, the guy is responsible. He has a job. Live a decent life. You guys can build together. What we have is a situation where nobody wants to build with anybody. They weren't ready made. But I'll leave this conversation to you and your analysts. We need to call it a day on the show. My name is Said Fuad. This is where we call it a day. Political Roundtable, Mainland 19.3 FM. Thank you, Joseph Ronshaw. Thank you, Nuruddin. God